Does tobacco affect attendance or school performance? First off, we have a picture of two brains. They belong to people of fairly similar ages, but they are very different. As we can see, the brain of a smoker has a much lower concentration of an enzyme called monoamine oxidase B. This is also true of monoamine oxidase A. Basically, they're enzymes that metabolize neurotransmitters such as serotonin, dopamine, tyramine, and more. You might be wondering, why does this matter? Well, it's important because low levels of monoamine oxidases are associated with a variety of mental disorders. Generally, adults with low levels more commonly have depression, panic disorder, and bipolar disorder. It's also heavily linked to a lack of impulse and emotional control. Antisocial behavior is also more prevalent, such as criminal activities, risk-taking, and thrill-seeking. The picture shown is a structure of monoamine oxidase A. Neurological performances. In a study by Jacobson and colleagues, poor performance on verbal and working memory were strongly associated among regular smoking adolescents seeking cessation treatment compared to non-smokers. They also tested worse in terms of depressive mood and general cognitive performance. And just because you don't smoke doesn't mean you're safe. Exposure to secondhand smoke is also connected to worse memory. Declines in neurological performances appear to last even after quitting smoking. However, the earlier the smoker began, the worse the decrements were regarding intellectual performance. A few other general facts about smoking and neurological health. Smokers are twice as likely to have strokes, and they are at higher risk for cancer, although it's not for brain cancer actually. And unfortunately, smokers simply tend to die younger than non-smokers. They also do appear to suffer some kind of damage because smokers also have thinner cortices as compared to general population. It is a membrane that is around the brain. Smokers and academic performance. Given that tobacco is neurotoxic, this might be a conclusion that you guys are expecting. Indeed, smokers have worse GPAs and are less likely to go to college, university, graduate school as compared to non-smokers. In addition, students who are exposed to secondhand smoke were more likely to report poor grades. It has been suggested that carbon monoxide in secondhand smoke can bind with hemoglobin to form carboxyhemoglobin in blood, which lowers oxygen supply to the brain and negatively affects mental performance. A study on 7th graders. This is kind of an extension of the previous slide that I found interesting. This is a 4-year-long study of 7th graders who had no history of smoking. Throughout those 4 years, they look at academic performances of the students and their experiences with tobacco. Of the low achievers, 49.1% had tried smoking. For the highest achievers, this number was 7.1%. This actually shocked me because it was such a huge disparity. This study was actually done in Canada rather than the US. It shows a massive correlation between school performance and smoking. Relationship between attendance and smoking. What do we know about the relationship between attendance and smoking is that smokers do tend to miss school more than non-smokers. However, it's a pretty complex link. This disparity in attendance can start as early as in 2nd grade. So it's not certain whether smoking is a risk factor or truancy or the other way around. Of course, there is a higher possibility that both are true. Whatever the reason are, smokers are absent more, and as we can see from this little infographic, these absences can lead to high school dropouts and lower lifespan. Summary. Much of the data about this was pretty messy. We're still not sure how much cause versus correlation we're looking at, but here are the things we know for sure. Smoking is directly damaging to the brain. Tobacco worsens verbal and memory. Smokers are less likely to do well in school. They are more likely to be absent, which potentially leads to dropouts. And finally, we know that all of this is also true for people exposed to secondhand smoke. And here's another summary that's even shorter. Don't smoke, it's a joke.